Hello Year 2, how are you? And welcome to today's reading lesson. Now today we're going to be carrying on looking at Tinga Tinga Tales. So last week we looked at Why Elephant Has a Trunk, and this week we're going to be moving on to Why Lion Roars. Now I wonder if any of you already know why lion roars. I bet some of you have already watched the video, haven't you? But if you haven't, I'm sure you can come up with some brilliant predictions as to why lion roars. Now the reading skill that we're going to be looking at today is retrieval. Now can anybody remember what it means to retrieve something from a text? Ah, yes, that's right. It's when we look for keywords in the question, don't we? And then we scan the text to find these keywords. Once we've found the answer that we need, we take the information out of the text, we fetch the information, and we put it into our answer. So just like a dog fetches a stick, we fetch the information from the text and write it in our answer. Now, as well as retrieval, we're also going to be looking at vocabulary. So just like we do in class, we're going to be learning some new vocabulary, and then we're going to be scanning the text to find these words ourselves. So let's find out what vocabulary we will be coming across in Why Lion Roars. So here are our 4 words for today. Now, some of you might already know some of these words, which is fantastic. So the first word is command, a command, which is a noun. And it means an instruction meant to be obeyed. So an instruction that you are expected to follow. So in the picture, we can see that the man is telling the dog to lie down. So therefore, the command here is to lie down. This is something that the man is expecting the dog to follow. He's expecting the dog to obey his command. Okay, now command can also be used as a verb. So I command you to. So therefore, you are telling somebody to do something. So therefore, it's a verb because it's an action. So it can be used both as a noun and a verb. Now, the second word that we're going to come across is sneer. Now, sneer isn't a very nice word. Okay, sneer is a verb. It's something that you do. It's an action. And it means to make a facial expression or comment. So to comment on something that makes fun of somebody. Okay, so to sneer at somebody isn't very nice at all. I wonder who is sneering in Why Lion Roars. Okay, the next word, ashamed. Now, ashamed is an adjective. And it means when somebody's feeling guilty or embarrassed about something they have done. Okay, so if you've done something that you know that you probably shouldn't have done, you might be feeling a little bit guilty about it and you're a bit ashamed of yourself because you know you shouldn't have done it. And you might be a little bit embarrassed as well that everybody knows that you've done it and you shouldn't have done it. So there we go, ashamed. I wonder who's ashamed in Why Lion Roars. We'll find out in a minute. Okay, so the next one, the last word that we will come across is echo. Now, you might have heard this word before. Echo is a noun and it means a sound that is heard after it has been reflected off a surface, such as a wall or a cave. Okay, so if you're in a cave and you shout something, it will be reflected back to you. Okay, so you'll hear your own voice say what you've just said again. Okay, so we are now going to read the text and we're going to see if we can find any of these words. Now, I've sent you the text on your resource, Year 2 Reading, 29th of June, Resource 2. Okay, so if you'd like to follow along while I'm reading, that would be fantastic. Okay, so Why Lion Roars. You see, there was a time when Lion didn't roar like a king. You could say that Lion had no roar. Jumbo Lion, what's all the noise at the waterhole? Asked Monkey. Crocodile is snapping at everyone again. I don't know what to do. Snap right back at him. You are the king of Tinga Tinga, said Monkey. Leave us alone, Crocodile. Stop snapping. This is my waterhole, said Crocodile. Crocodile, the water belongs to everybody, said Tortoise. Lion didn't know what to do, so he talked to his tiny friend Flea. Lion, you must do something, said Flea. But Crocodile won't listen to me, said Lion. No one ever listens to me, said Flea. But that's because you're so tiny, Flea. But Lion just sighed and did nothing. This is not nature's way, said Flea sadly. All the animals gathered to talk to Lion. Your Majesty, said Tortoise, the animals need their waterhole back. You are our king, so you must stand up to Crocodile. Say something, Lion. Say you will, whispered Flea. So Lion went back to the waterhole to talk to Crocodile. Oh, I wonder what he's going to say to him. Let's find out. Crocodile, said Lion, the animals would like their waterhole back. I think it's time you played fair, don't you? And how are you going to make me do that? Said Crocodile. You have to roar, Lion, whispered Flea. Now is the time to roar. So Lion cleared his throat and took a deep breath, but nothing came out. Lost for words, are we, Lion? Sneered Crocodile. I've got a bigger roar than that, laughed Lizard. Looks like I'm here to stay, said Crocodile. Lion was so ashamed that he went far, far away from all the animals. Let's face it, Flea, I'm not a born king. I don't roar like a king and I don't sound like a king. That's because you have to feel like a king before you can sound like one, said Flea. Look at me. I am tiny on the outside, but I feel really big on the inside, and I can do really big things like somersault and hop, and I can even roar. But I don't have a roar, said Lion sadly. I know how you can find your roar, said Flea. In a great cave of Tinga Tinga. Come on. So Lion and Flea went all the way to the great cave of Tinga Tinga. But no beast has ever dared set foot in there, said Lion. Lion, you were born king of Tinga Tinga, and you must stay king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? I am king of Tinga Tinga, said Lion in a tiny voice. Then tell that to the cave, said Flea, and find your roar. So Lion stepped into the great cave and said, I am the king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? I am the king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? Answered a big voice. Lion decided to be very brave. He stepped further into the cave and answered the big voice. I am the king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? I am the king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? Came back an even bigger voice. Suddenly, Lion heard a little voice. Bat, said Lion, is that you? Stop it, please stop your roaring. You are scaring me, said Bat. Your roar is very, very loud. And so is your echo. My echo, said Lion. Yes, they're both you. You roar and your echo roars back. I have found my roar, shouted Lion. So Lion made his way back to the waterhole, where Crocodile still wouldn't let any of the animals into the water. Mamba, Crocodile, I command you to share the waterhole with the animals. How are you going to make me do that? Lion took a deep breath. I am king of Tinga Tinga. Who are you? Roar! Crocodile was so frightened that he ran away. All the animals happily jumped into the water. Karuba, welcome to your waterhole, roared Lion. From that day on, Lion ruled over Tinga Tinga, and he only used his big scary roar when he absolutely had to. And that's why Lion roars. Or did you guess correctly? Did you think that was how Lion got his roar? Fantastic. Well done if you knew that or if you predicted it even. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is pause the video. I'd like you to read either to yourself or the person that you're with, and I'd like you to go through the text and try and find this new vocabulary. So command, sneer, ashamed, echo. Can you find it? Did you hear it when I read it to you as well? Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, yeah, too. So were you able to find all of the new vocabulary in the text? Fantastic. Well done if you were. So now we are going to move on to some retrieval questions. Okay, so let's have a look at our first question. Oh, okay. So what advice did Monkey give Lion? Okay, now let's have a look what our key words are in this question. So we've got what advice. So therefore, we know that it's something that Monkey is advising Lion. So that's going to be important, isn't it? So we're trying to find some advice. And we need to know that it's Monkey and it's Lion. So Crocodile's not involved, Flea's not involved. It's something that Monkey has told Lion to do. Okay, so let's see if we can find any of our key words in the text. So this happened right at the beginning because that's when Monkey was with lion. Okay, so you see there was a time when lion didn't roar like a king. You could say that lion had no roar. Jumbo lion, what's all the noise at the waterhole? Asked monkey. So we've got monkey here. So we know that monkey is in this part of the story. And we've also got another monkey right at the end. Okay, now what advice has he given him? Crocodile is snapping at everyone again. I don't know what to do. So that's not monkey talking, that's a lion. So it's not that. Snap right back at him. Okay, so monkey is telling lion to snap right back at crocodile. So therefore, you would write, monkey advises lion to snap right back at him because he is the king of Tinga Tinga. Okay, so I've used a full sentence. Remember, we always need to make sure that we've used a full sentence. And there we go. I have answered the question using because. So monkey advises lion to snap right back at him because he is the king of Tinga Tinga. So here, I've even given more information than we actually need in the question. I've told you also why he has given that advice. Okay, so let's have a look at the next question. What did lion command crocodile to do? So here we go. We've got one of our key words that we've learned today, command. Now, what did lion? So we're talking about lion here. So lion is the one giving the instruction. Command, so we know that means to give somebody an instruction that they must obey. And he is telling crocodile to do this, okay? So we've got lion telling crocodile to do something, giving him an instruction. Now, we know that he gives him a command at the end of the story, don't we? So let's get the end of the story up. Here we go. So lion made his way back to the waterhole where crocodile still wouldn't let any of the animals into the water. Mamba crocodile, I command you. Here we go. We've got the word command, the new vocabulary that we've learnt today. Let's see what he commands him to do. I command you to share the waterhole with the animals. So there we go. We have found our answer using keywords from the question. So now you can fetch this information out of the text and put it into your answer. So that's what I would like you to do now. I would like you to answer this question. After you've finished answering this question, you also have some other retrieval questions on your worksheet, Year 2 Reading, 29th of June, resource 1. Okay, so if you could go and do those questions now, that would be fantastic. And have a lovely rest of your day, Year 2. And I'll see you in our next reading lesson. Bye.